So, morning. It's been a while. I've been working a lot. I'm really tired. I just got off an assignment. I haven't finished my door yet, so as you can see into my office. Um, but I've just been working for a few years now, and I'm on a break now. I hope for a while, But then again, I hope that the project get made and I'm gonna get money. Because the pay's not phenomenal. So it's just a lot of work. My boss went down with stress like a week before deadline, and we just changed the whole project up. And so we got the deadline pushed 3 days, and I had to start over from scratch. And I I don't think of myself as a guy who's gonna go down with stress, but I think this was close. I was, man, I didn't sleep. Um, my stomach was all. I'm not gonna go into details. Um, I had really bad heart. My heart was pounding. Um, there were periods where I couldn't breathe. Um, I woke up at night sometimes and I couldn't breathe, and I was just, I was almost calling for an ambulance because I was so scared. I never go to the doctor and stuff like that, so I was freaking out. Um, and now I've come down from the rush, and I'm just so tired. But I have a farm, so I need to get the animals out, and well, they're outside. I need to move them, and I need to do stuff. And I have to start finishing building the house. So I'm gonna do that in a few days. I just need to. I'm gonna do some farm work today. I need to put up a fence for the bisons, and I'm drinking coffee. And then I'm gonna start on the rest of the house. A lot of work to do. Anyway, the reason why I'm doing this, there are two reasons. One of them is, hang on a second. I just found a new comic book channel because I had time for the first time in a while. I had time, and I just watched a few of the videos, and they were called. Hang on, I'm gonna get it right. Um, Future Past Vintage Collectibles. It's a father daughter enterprise, and what I really like about them is the honesty. No, he will tell you what he bought comics for and how much money he lost selling some of them, and of course he made money too. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a business. But again, so many of the YouTube channels with comic book sellers are just about these success stories, and the party's over. Um, the Golden Age party is still going strong, but the comic book boom it's gone. Um, the Marvel franchise, the movies, or the MCU is they just committed a horrible harakiri suicide, um, with the whole political agenda they're pushing. Nobody, it's not. I'm not for or against any, political agenda. Well, yeah, but you know, but I don't want it in my stories. I don't want you to try to teach me how to think. I'm fine. I'm capable of doing that myself. Thank you very much. So I'm not gonna watch that shit. There's a lot of films I haven't seen, from Phase Four, and I'm just not gonna. I tried to see Shang Chi, which is I have all the comic books in Danish. I really like the character. Man, that film sucked. Um, the Eternals. I just saw the trailer and I was just no, no, I'm not, no. I watched the Black Widow movie and I really liked the Yelena character. She was funny, but the movie just sucked. The story was horrible. There was, yeah, it was bad. Um, Black Panther. I didn't like the first one, so I, I actually just tried to see the second one. I saw like 5 seconds, and I just no, thank you, no. Um, Doctor Strange, Mom, no. Um, yeah, I'm just not going down that path. Uh, I think I'm just superheroed out. I want something different now. I haven't been buying a lot of comic books lately. Oh, I was talking about. I'm gonna get the name wrong again. Hang on a second. Future Past Vintage Collectibles. Yeah, these guys are really really cool. Their videos are really cool, and the whole the whole mindset about comic books. I like that, and I like that they like comic books, and I like that they admit that they fuck up, because that's what you do when you collect comic books. You know, nobody's perfect. Even these slick young fellas on YouTube, they're gonna fuck up, but they're not gonna tell you because they want to project this image of them being like godlike creatures, but they're not. You know, so um, so I have some news. I did send in some. See if I can find that. I should have prepared all this, but I'm just gonna talk over it. Um, La la la. I sent in some books for CBCS because I like their gradings better than I liked CGC's. It's not that it was higher; it was just more accurate to mine. And I like them because they're smaller and yeah. Maybe I'm liking them for the wrong reasons. I don't know. Anyway, I sent them in 3 comic books: X Men, Uncanny X Men, 1963, 49, 50, and 51 Steranko covers, because they had a signing. And, cool. I wanted him to sign my comic books because I really liked Steranko. Um, and they weren't high grade, they were like 7, 6 or 7, something like that. I can't remember. Um, but that was the copies that I had, and I'm not collecting 9/8s, just because I don't have that kind of money. So I'm trying to get an entire run of Uncanny X Men, and I'm missing 1, 2, and 3. Um, so, and I don't know if I'll ever buy number 1 because it's so expensive. I'm not gonna pay that kind of money for a comic book, but maybe if I get a bonus sometimes, maybe, I don't know. I would rather buy another Bison. Um, anyway, now I need more land to buy more Bisons, but that's a different story for a different channel. Um, I sent the comic books in to CBCS to get them signed. Uncanny X Men 49, 50, and 51. It was just called X Men back then. Steranko signed them, and they graded them, and then they were like, it took like a year or a year and a half or whatever. Takes forever. And they sent me, we just want to make sure that we're sending them back to the right address. Is this the right address? No, it's not. This is the right address. I don't know what that address is, but it's not mine. This is the right address. And I got all right, cool, we got that. And then the books didn't show up. The books didn't show up. And then I was like, I tracked them, and then I saw that they sent them to the other address, which was in the US. And I was like, fellas, what's going on here? And they were like, oh, so sorry, nobody knows what they're doing in there. It seems like it's not really reassuring. And I was like, just get them back, And weeks went by, and I was like, did you get them back? And they were like, no, we still, I'm sending it to whatever person because I have no responsibility and blah 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 blah. Nobody's taking freaking responsibility for anything. So I did that 3 times. I was like writing them saying, guys, that's not my address. I told you that like 3 times. You verified my right address and you would send it to my right address and then you still sent it to this other address. So, um, I did it recently. I asked them once again for the fourth or fifth time, where's my comic books? Are they back yet? And they were just like, no, they're lost. So, it's really fucking annoying. But I try not to let these things, you know, it's life, get me down. I didn't shout at the person in charge. I was just like, when I got the mail, I just wrote them back. I'm not gonna write anything right now because I'm really fucking pissed. So I'll get back to you in a few days. Because I learned that that's a better approach to life. You know, don't don't act in on your emotions. Just settle down. and and they said you can get this amount in cash back. It'll take whatever 4 to 5 months. I don't know why it takes that long. They fucked up. The money should just be in my account the next day, or I could get a credit. So I thought I had a lot of books. I thought they probably didn't do this on purpose. I have gotten books back from them that they didn't lose to my right address. So, let's try this. Again, okay, I'll take the credit because the amount was higher than the cash they were willing to offer me because credit is cheaper for them. Um, so, um, I found some books that I wanted to get graded and I got ready to set it up and I was like, okay, so how do I do? And the person, I think it's a she, but I'm not sure with the names um, in English. Um, and the person was like, "Yeah, I'll send you a letter." And I was like, like a letter." I like getting letters. You don't get many letters these days. And she was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Why? Why are you sending me a letter for what? With the credit code and a letter? Why? Why don't you just put them in my account on your website? I don't understand this. Why don't you just give me the amount on the website? Why do you need a letter and for me to send in books and then send in a physical letter with the it's I think I don't mind the whole process of sending in things. I like that. I like the physical things. I just think when you fuck up and you admit that you fuck up, you know, you just lie down flat and you just make it easy for the customer, right? You lose 3 books that I got signed. They're not invaluable, but you know, it's not going to be easy to do that again. And you just lost them. And now you want me to go through this. I think they want me to send in the books, pay for them, and then give me the credit. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, right? Because why not give me the money then? I That process is really fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I used the F word, but I think that's yeah, it's a bit much. Um, but maybe they have a different computer system or an old one, or I don't know. All right, fine, we're doing that then. Um, so they lost the books. They're giving me credit, and they're making it really complicated. For I don't know why. I asked them, I'm trying to be polite because I like, I don't like shouting at people, and I don't like, I admit the mail where they told me that the books were lost because I like told them so many times and they verified my right address and then they still fucked up. I mean, you have to really concentrate to do that. Um, you have to be really focused. I'm gonna fuck this up, um, and then do it. But they did that. Yeah, they did that. CBCS. So, um, tiresome as it is, I might get the credits. Um, I'm gonna see if it's too much freaking trouble. I just want the money. Um, if I can get that now, I'm not sure. So, I haven't really bought anything for a long time because, yeah, I've had so much work. I'm building the house. I'm starting a bison farm, and I'm working like 60 or 70 hours a week. I'm really tired. I'm gonna run myself down. And I have 4 kids. I have one who's in Mexico. Um, he's my number 3. It's not like in favorite, but like in age, or in order. Um, he's 17 years old. He's a really cool kid. I have 2 autistic kids, but he's not one of them. I think he's very talented. He taught himself how to play the guitar, um, but he ran into a lot of trouble in Mexico. Oh shite, man! It's been a ride. His mom and me been having like a few headaches. But the main thing is that he's okay, and he's still having a good time. I think that's the main thing. I'm not gonna go into any of it, but it's there are a lot of funny stories in there. It's almost like a motion picture. Oh, um, yeah, and my daughter is 19, and she's gonna move away from home to go to university to study biochemistry, something like that. She's autistic, so she's moving into a facility, like a home, um, and she's been with me forever. Since she was 2 years old, she's been living with me, um, and it's breaking my heart. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's crushing me. It's got nothing to do with comic books. Um, yeah. But also, I'm happy for her. She's starting her own life, and that's very important. Um, and especially because she's autistic, so it's a huge step for her. Um, yeah, but it's a huge step for me too. um, yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna show a few things. I got this. I can't remember if I showed it before. The rare book portfolio. See if I can see it myself and show it with no reflection. It contains copies of Blood is the Harvest. Yeah, all the communism propaganda books, or anti-communism propaganda books, I should say. Um, I have I have the Red Iceberg. I'm sending that off to CBCS actually because I have it in a really nice copy, and I have that's it. Um, that's it. That's the only one I have in a real. This is a real. I don't know if it's just a photocopy. I didn't pay that much for it. Um, I'll take it out actually. I'm going to remove the tape because I've been lazy before, and I ruined an Uncanny X-Men cover. So you do that once. Okay, so this is it. It's really nice paper. It's thick, and it has a number. 1979. Now again, this might be a copy. I don't know. There's a letter. I mean, if somebody, they went to a lot of trouble for the amount of money I paid. I don't think it's worth it, but it might be a copy. I think I paid $50 for this. Yeah, I think so. It has The Blood is the Harvest, which I would really, really like, and they're all really nice, you know. This is not, and the stories are all about how bad communism is. It's funny. The Red Iceberg, I have that in a really nice original. If the Devil Would Talk. Yeah, so the devil helps the communists. And how Stalin hopes we will destroy America. And here you go, you know, you can save it. You can save America. Just so, you know, you're the faint of heart if you're grasping for air. I think this is, for me, these are historical documents. And as such, they have value to me. Again, I have no idea of knowing if this is an original from 1979, because if anybody knows Ed, you'd be able to tell if that's his writing, or if you are Ed. Even if it's a copy, it's still a nice copy, and I still think it's really cool. Yeah, you just see my ugly muck all the time. So I backed and boarded it because you can't really send it off to get it graded, because it's also it's copies, so it's good to read them, and it's good for the kids to read them, so we can fight off the communism. Right? We don't want that. No. I like that. I got that. And maybe I've shown it before. I can't remember. Didn't really get. Oh yes, I did get something. Oh yes, that's true. X-Men number 6 in a 1.5. Why did I buy a 1.5? Because it was cheap. And now I only need a 1, a 2, and a 3. And then I have the entire run of Uncanny X-Men. There you go. So, and I'm thinking about buying number 2 and number 3. But I just have to wait to see if this project goes through, and then if it does, I will buy one of them. It's funny because number 3 is actually more expensive than number 2, but that's because number 2 is just the Vanisher, and nobody gives a shite about the Vanisher, and number 3 is the Blob, and everybody loves the Blob. So yeah. So yeah, see my sweater. It's I'm out there with the fence, and I think that's it for Did I get anything else? No, I don't. I'm not. I don't think so. I didn't really. I didn't really. No, no, nothing else. I bought some books, but no comic books for a while. I just slowed down a lot. I didn't get any pulps either because I just slowed down a lot, and I ran out of money also, and I ran out of time. I didn't get I didn't get to finish these the shelves. Um, yeah, it's nice to have my books back. It's nice to have them at hand. Um, so yeah, I got some. I'm just gonna show you really quickly because it's nothing really that interesting. I just got some. Maybe I showed them to you. Some Brett Blevins artwork. I think I showed this already. So this one is actually I'm just gonna show the good ones. This one is I like this cover. I like Brett Blevins the way he positions his characters, their posture. It's very Brett Blevins. He actually did a signing at CBCS, but I was working so much or so I didn't realize. Also, usually they only have like a few weeks for you to send in comic books, and I'm in Denmark, so for me to send over comic books will take like, unless I send them express, will take like forever. So I guess the Boss Chronicles, yeah. That those aren't really. I think the cool ones are, yeah. The Trouble with Girls. That's Brett Blevins. I love Brett Blevins girls. I would marry one of them. Oh, she's a big girl. Um, I like the fella here as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looked like a crease, but it wasn't. They're not 9/8s. They're reading copies. They're, I don't know, mid grade. You can probably get them in 9/8, but I have no interest in that. Um, yeah, that was just. I have a lot of sleepwalkers as well, but and I'm getting back into grading books, and I found this in one of my boxes, and I really like that. And I have. I think I printed this. Was it ETA Nick? I think who did who was kind enough to post it to me, or he put it up on the internet. I can't remember. I haven't actually checked out his videos for a while, and he was having some problems, but I hope he's okay. It's been a while. A lot of guys I haven't catched up on YouTube. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else. No, I think that's it. That's it for this time. I didn't get anything. um, I have actually just bought a comic book from my comic shop. I have like a want list. I call it the hit list, and I have books that I really want are on that list. And sometimes it's books that I really really want. And this one came up. It's one of the older propaganda anti-communism books. They come up so rarely. Um, it was a little bit expensive for me. Some of you guys are buying, you know, $50,000 comic books, so for you it would be like nickels. But for me, it was a little bit expensive, so I had to think about it for a few days. It was still there because it's I think it's this we're only like a few people buying these books, and it wasn't a high grade. Um, some people only want high grades of these books, but I'm trying to like with the Uncanny X-Men, I'm trying to like get them in the low grades, and then I can trade them up later. Um, I think the market for these anti-communism books are really really small, but it's there. So when you get something, you'll have a buyer. It'll just take a while to find him. I was gonna, it could be a her, but mostly it's guys reading comic books. So um, yeah, I'm fascinated with the anti-communism books because I guess it's the whole era, and I like history. And if you like history, and if you like the communism area, and if you like chess, then oh, where is it? This is an absolutely amazing book. Bobby Fischer Goes to War. You should read that. Really, really good book. Um, there hasn't been a good Bobby Fischer movie yet, but that's because the main protagonist has always been Bobby Fischer, and Bobby Fischer is not, it's not, wasn't um, a very pleasant individual. Um, he was a very difficult man. So it's hard to have him as a main character because you don't really feel with him. Also he's I would say he's very autistic, but I don't know, but I would presume that he was. It's very hard to get along with. Uh, I think he ticks all the autistic boxes, but I'm not a doctor, so I just think he's a very interesting character. But uh, yeah, but this book is really really good. It's really good. Um, I'm gonna read it again soon. Actually, okay. I'm not here to promote books. I'm sorry. It's comic books. Um, so that's it for now. I bought a book. I'll try to make a video about it if this project doesn't get off ground. If it does get off ground and it has to be made this summer, then I'm gonna be a little bit busy again. It's gonna take a while, but I don't have any kids this weekend, so it's just me, and it's really really nice. Um, yeah. All right. Cheers, guys. Thank you for. I don't know if you're still out there, but take a look at the Future Past comic. Oh Jesus, I lost it again. The name's so tricky. Future Past Vintage Collectibles. Really, really good. Um, YouTube channel about buying and selling comic books. And the guy is very um, honest, and I like that. You know, this hobby needs more honesty. Um, yeah, and I've been looking for seller to buy from who has the books that I'm looking for and who'll be honest about selling them, and I think that he is. I understand that the seller needs to make money as well. Um, yeah. Oh, another annoying thing he was talking about actually was the I'm selling a lot of stuff on eBay right now, and like 4 out of 10 times people will win, and they just won't pay, and it's really starting to annoy me because I have to put it up again, and I put it up in auctions, and you get a high price, and I had one winning an auction, and like 30 seconds after winning the auction, he just texted me, or he sent me a mail saying, I'm not gonna buy it, and I was just like, mother, where the hell did you bid then? Oh, I don't have the money. Well, don't bid. It's really it's really simple. Because, if the guy below you, he would have won, it would still be a lot of money for me. Now I have to put it up again and I might get nothing. Might be a slow week. You never know. So, plus it's not like a lot of work to put it up again. It's just annoying, Just don't, if you can't pay, don't bid. And I understand sometimes life happens, and it's fine. I just had actually a guy who won an auction, and I think it took him like 2 weeks, a month, something like that, to pay for it. He was at the hospital and blah 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 blah. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just like, that's fine. As long as you pay, as long as you keep your word and pay when you say you pay. I don't. Life is life. Life happens. I understand that. You hear so many stories when you're selling on eBay, people trying to explain to you why they want it for half of what they want it for, or just, if you don't have the money, don't bid, please. All right, that was it. That was a small rant from me. Cheers, guys. Take care and have a lovely day. Bye.